Let's get physical. February 26th until March the 1st. Shiren the Wanderer, the mystery dungeon of Serpentcoil Island, is the big one for me this week. Oh man, I'm super excited to return to the Shiren world. It's been a long time. These are the definitive old school Japanese dungeon crawling roguelikes. It's like As Your Dreams, just fewer anime babes to bribe into dating you. So I don't think it's going to be as good as that. You know, one of my favorite games of all time, but I'm sure it's going to scratch that itch a little bit that I've had for a while. I'm also happy this is getting a retail release in both Europe and North America. Not bad for something so niche. Fingers crossed it sells well. And our executive producers, Dane Wilkinson, Thorn Metal Luna, God of Resin, Instacritic, and JCrod7776 have chosen this as their pick of the week. And if you want this or any of the retail releases in this episode, please consider using the links in the description. You can purchase from Video Games Plus, a fantastic way to support this series, and they have good prices and cheap Canadian money, cheap shipping, especially to the US, and even free shipping worldwide if you purchase over 80 Canadian bucks, which is like 60 American dollars. Plus, if you purchase something with our link, then each week you will be put into a draw to win a $10 discount coupon. And this week's winner is Martin P. Congratulations, Martin. You should get an email from VGP in the coming days with your discount coupon. Thank you so much for your support. Sympathy Kiss is another otome, this time published by Idea Factory, and it's set in the professional world. You are a career woman and there are 6 hungry dudes waiting to massage your feet. At least that's what the box art is showing me. Here you get to select your emotions from happy, angry, troubled, sad, and indifferent. But knowing men such as myself, they probably won't even realize there's a difference between them. And our executive producer Feig has chosen this as their pick of the week. Mr. Run and Jump Plus Kombinera Adrenaline is a double pack that's releasing in Europe this week. These are games from Atari, as you'll see the logo stamped on the box. I don't know what's happening about a North American release, but I wouldn't be too upset if it never makes it. I'm not really feeling this. 2 retro style games, lo-fi in their visual style, definitely wouldn't stand up for individual physical releases. PlateUp is probably getting released in North America this week. I think I mentioned the European release already, and well, it's here if you've been waiting for it. I've heard it's actually surprisingly good. I had a good few positive comments about it. Of course, that could just be the developer's family chiming in, but I would trust my life with the opinion of Great Aunt Brenda, so yeah, that's fine. Now, before we go any further, I do have to point out something from last week, Slave 0X. It did not release on the Switch like it was supposed to last week. Many people pointed it out, even some people took it a bit too far and were disappointed in me for making the error, but just to point out, the delay was kind of last minute. The game is out on other consoles, like right now, but apparently the Switch version didn't meet their standards and they pulled it. When I made the video, I do all the research on Friday, and these videos don't magically appear 5 minutes before I release them, okay? They take time to make, but, at that point, a few retailers were still stating, it was holding its release date, but it didn't, okay? Be unhappy with them, not me. I do try to be 100% correct with the info, but, things like this happen, okay? Okay, the low print releases. Triggerheart Exelica from Red Art Games is one that I did not miss last week. I just forgot to talk about it. I'm pretty sure there's a subtle difference there because I've talked about it before, I think when I was on vacation. This was announced by Red Art Games, but they weren't sure when pre-orders would open. Well, they opened like a couple of weeks ago almost. There's a standard edition as well as a deluxe edition on their website. There is also a North American version which you can get from Video Games Plus. Sadly, the deluxe edition sold out in just like a few hours, so they only have a normal edition left. But yeah, this is an old Dreamcast shooter that's now been ported to the Switch, and it's supposed to be rather good. If you want the Red Art version with the link below, remember you can get 10% off with the code SWATCH10, and I should also state that this is already released in Japan. Kingdom of Asteborg is getting a physical release in Europe thanks to Pixel Heart. I'm not sure why anyone would want to ask the Borg. They'd assimilate you in like half a second. Picard wouldn't approve. Asteborg, ask them what? Apparently they only have 3,000 copies available for the Switch version. It was actually announced just before last week's episode went live, and this is a compilation of Demons of Asteborg and Astebros. 2 very nice side scrollers. You can get it from Pixel Heart's store. I'm not sure what their plan is, like if they will have a less special retail release or something. I don't know. Part of me isn't sure it will always be exclusive to their website, I don't know. But anyways, our executive producers, Cartoon Soren and Precision Plague, have chosen this as their pick of the week. I wonder what they're gonna Asteborg. The King of Fighters 13 Global Match is getting a physical release from Limited Run in North America. It's getting a retail release, but if you want the collector's edition, you can pre-order it from Limited Run like right now. It's already released in Japan and Europe, and I've showed the European version off already. Pentiment is an Xbox Studios game getting a physical release via Limited Run Games on the Nintendo Switch. Those are words and phrases that nobody thought would go together, but here we are, and we should probably celebrate that. Well, maybe not the limited run part, put the champagne away. This is an unusual one. Obsidian are mostly known for their awesome but half-broken Western RPGs, but this is like a medieval narrative-driven adventure game. I'm just impressed this got greenlit by Xbox compared to something more marketable. Whatever, it's supposed to be pretty good. And our executive producers Offphone and Brent McLean have chosen this as their pick of the week. Contra, Operation Galuga is Limited Run's final pre-order this week, the latest entry in the legendary run and gun series that, to be honest, I don't really know how to feel about it. I'm kind of excited there's a new Contra, but I don't know, maybe it's a case of be careful what you wish for, because it looks super cheap. But hey, if it plays okay, I guess that's what matters. I don't know why they didn't use like the great pixel art or amazing hand-drawn art that they're known for, because it's way forward. They're masters at both of those. But hey, let's get plasticky. To be fair, the license probably cost a fortune, and I'm guessing it plays a lot of fun. Of course, Limited Run are making the most of this with expensive collector's editions, and of course, you know, Europe, well, Europe, it is code in a box bullshit. And our executive producer, Punky Dooster, has chosen this as his pick of the week. Alright, we're heading into the imports Play Asia territory. If you want to import any of the games shown in this section, please consider using the Play Asia links below. It's a fantastic way to support us, and of course, if you click our link, we can support you too, yeah? If you click our link, you can get 5% off with our code Jordan24. And there's been some little changes to that, because before the threshold used to be like 25 bucks, like you needed to at least buy 25 bucks worth of stuff to, you know, use the code, but they've just lowered it to 20 bucks or $19.99. So that's good. Plus, you can use it on many digital products now as well. Before, it was physical only, but now it is also like digital games. The only thing that you still can't use it on is like eShop credit, PlayStation Network credit, you know, things like that. But, you know, I just thought I'd let you know, guys. But alright, this week, Goblin Slayer, Another Adventurer Nightmare Feast is finally releasing. After me talking about it for like 3 years, every time the import subject comes up, I've had to talk about it. This better live up to the hype, guys. It's a strategy RPG like Final Fantasy Tactics, but set in the Goblin Slayer universe, which I'm reliably told by Google is a manga light novel thing. I don't know, it's Japan, they have everything, right? And a video game, that's a must. I'm not expecting this to have like the same quality as Tactics, but I'm hoping for something to scratch that itch. It looks great. It's also got a polar bear in it who's like a priest or something. Essential. I think this could be one of the biggest imports this year. I hope so. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I do hope I get the chance to play it, but I've literally just started my full-time job again, so yeah, good luck with that, Jordan. And our executive producers, Robotech, Isa, and Parsnip Coffee have chosen this as their pick of the week. Of the Red, the Light, and the Ayakashi Tsuzuri is a visual novel, quite an old one, but now finally in English with this import exclusive. This is a straight romance-free mystery VN with Japanese folklore infused within, and I'm getting more and more interested in it. I probably won't have the time to read it anytime soon, but I'll put it on my list, but when I'm retired and have no more JRPGs to make videos about. Hebereke 2 is releasing in Japan this week with English. Don't be fooled by the name though, this is just the Japanese title for Euphoria 2, which the West should be getting sometime soon-ish. I'm not sure. Red Hot Games will get it out when they're ready. I've actually played this a decent bit, and there will be an impressions video over on Physical Paradise, I think like Thursday or whenever the embargo is, and yeah, look out for that. And our executive producer, Totally Grateful, has chosen this as his pick of the week. Japan and Asia are also getting these games this week. Sadly, we are not, because they're not in English, but I'm pretty sure at least 2 of those will get English releases eventually. Alright, the community spotlight. Andrew R sent in this photo picking up the Air Conflicts collection, which was recently reprinted thanks to VGP. I'm going for a rather decent price. I don't know if it's worth it in terms of like gameplay enjoyment, but for collectors, it was nice of them to do that. Bridget F sent in this photo showing this bunch of games, none of which I've played, but I did hear that some people were a bit disappointed with Gal Guardians, maybe too expensive for the content and gameplay, not much to it. Executive producer Cartoon Soren sent in this photo with some incredibly cultured content, the collector's edition of Double D Collection from PlayAsia. Sadly, this is sold out now, not surprising, since any collector's edition with boobs will sell out very quickly indeed. Choco Loco James sent in this photo showing off Toho Lunar Nights, which is a highly anticipated physical release for me, an import exclusive Metroidvania from a studio who really know what they're doing. I really like Team Ladybug. Corrupted File sent in this photo of the Legend of Zangetsu, which my copy is currently in the post. It's been going for really cheap recently, much to my surprise. I thought this would be one of those that would only go up in price. Dominic W sent in this photo picking up a lot of shooters. Maybe he watched my video over on Bits More Jordan. He got Space Blaze, which I can't say it's the worst since I've not played it, but it looks the worst. It's a bit of a collector's item though, not common to find from what I'm aware. Executive producer Feig sent in this photo with Battle Axe, which just got announced it's going to be part of a triple pack alongside Final Vendetta and Xenocrisis. I mentioned this in my video over on Physical Paradise. I've started a new series over there about new announcements for like all consoles, not just Switch, and it's similar to this, but you know, a bit more casual. Go check it out, okay? Executive producer Instacritics in this photo with Family Trainer. That's the European version, but if I remember correctly, I think the US version was exclusive to GameStop or maybe Target. One of those. I'm not American. I don't know what you've got over there. Is Sia still a thing? Liga Zero sent in this photo of Alice Gear Aegis, which I'm pretty sure is a game I would like. It's anime, it's got P-Cube's logo on it, it's probably shallower than a puppy's piss puddle, and that's me all day long. Executive producer Precision Plague sent in this photo with a rather obscure one, Paper Man, the unofficial sequel to Paper Boy, once he got his end away with Paper Girlfriend. Executive producer Vei, my man in Japan, picked up these two import exclusives, including the collector's edition of Yohane, the Parhelion, Numazu in the Mirage, which you may have seen my video over on Physical Paradise. I was planning on doing a full review of it for SwitchWatch, but old Father Time said, don't be an idiot, Jordan. You're so naive. Alright, let's have a roundup. Ashura G, Mickey McFlynn, Yum Yum Game, McLaren, World Funeral, Needless Dragon, Cresilac, Melon, Kevin W. Alright, please send me pictures on Twitter at SoWhatAboutGame. DM me, okay? Email me, switchwatchspotlight@gmail.com, and our Discord, the server link might be below if I remember to copy and paste it there. Please only send me one picture per week. Alright, thank you ever so much for watching. If you watched all the way through, what a legend you are. Please leave me a comment telling me what would you ask the Borg? What would you ask them? I'm really curious. Special thanks as always to our executive producers Dane Wilkinson, God of Resin, Boombox, Brent McLean, Santa Tartaruga, Alexander Cato, JCross7776, Punky Dooster, Cartoon Soren, Robotech, Z, Raven Knight, Thorn Metal Luna, Parsnip Coffee, Issa, Vey, Mental Traveler, Offbone, Jennifer M, Instacritic, Precision Play, Kadacha, Totally Grateful, Alex M, and Feig. Please go check out some of my other stuff. I've mentioned Physical Paradise quite a lot, but also a bit more Jordan. I recently showed my Rhapsody retrospective. I'm not anticipating that to do particularly well because it's a niche JRPG and a very niche channel, but you know, give it a watch. It's only like an hour long and it's full of gags and stuff, so yeah, go watch that. And now I'm currently working on Star Wars. Yes, I'm playing all the Star Wars games, like every single one of them that I can actually get my hands on, and yeah, that's going to be like 2 or 3 months in the making. But yes, please go check it out. And of course, Juan made a video about really difficult Switch games. He likes difficult Switch games, so yeah, go see what he thinks of his like top 20 or something like that. Go watch that as well, yeah? Have a good day, guys.